What's going on, family? It's your boy Lord Crick, and guess who's back? Guess who's back? Back again. I would want to use that, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna copyright the shit out of me if I try to use that. But anyway, guys, I'm back with another banger, and guess what? I'm going back to where it all started at. Oh yeah! Now picture this: me in my living room, that's set up. You picturing it? One monitor and a dream. And this man right here, who I'm going to show you, was one that took me to monetization. Monetization, that's what I said. Carlin is a saint. And if you say anything about it, I'll punch you in the teeth. All right? If you know this channel, I just lost some of my viewers, probably like 2 viewers. I've always bounced back. Whenever I lose a viewer, I always get like 6 more. So I'm never concerned. But I feel like the ones that's leaving me are the ones that started with me. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. That shit don't sit right with me, boy. That shit does not sit right with me. So for the next 3 videos, guess what we're doing, guys? We're doing comedy. Now, these next 2 videos that you're going to see before this, of course, they're already going to be out, so who cares what I'm saying? They're all going to be music, we know, and I'm probably going to lose you guys, but I'm going to miss you. I will miss you. Let's have a moment of silence for them. Moments up. Anyway, guys, we're going to be taking a look at George Carlin, The Big Club, all right? If you haven't taken a look at this on his channel, make sure you go look at his specials. They're funny as hell, all right? Habo Henil is where I'm going to be taking a look. I don't know what, but this guy has 26k followers, and I am going to post his link so you guys can check out the original video first, and then make sure you bring your asses back for Lord Crook, okay? Because you know you got to come on. You got to watch the reaction. You got to see my first reaction because it brings joy to this. Like, have you ever seen a baby step for the first time? It's fucking amazing. First sip of beer, it's amazing. So come back and watch my first viewing of this. How about that? Make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. Hit them recommendations, because I do appreciate you guys when you recommend stuff. I would not know who this guy was if it wasn't recommended to me, and I appreciate you guys. So whoever was the first one to do that, you hold a real special place in my heart. Right here, daddy. Right here. All right, guys, let's jump into it. I hope you guys enjoy it.
But there's a reason.
Hope you guys enjoy it. That sounds like a fucking lame.
There's a reason education sucks.
Enjoy it.
And it's the same reason that will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now.
I like that.
The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't.
You don't?
You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything.
It's not
they
lying.
own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back.
Tell the truth. He preaching.
All the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want.
Tell the truth.
They know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest.
He preaching right now, y'all.
They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want?
For real.
Obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork.
Yep.
Just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. Now they're coming for your Social Security.
That shit gone now, baby.
Fucking retirement money.
He's preaching.
Back. So they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all.
Why, George?
Because they own this fucking place.
Okay.
It's a big club. and you ain't in it. You and I are not in
Right.
the big club.
Preach.
By the way, it's the same big club they used to beat you over the head with all day long.
Pow, pow.
Telling you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy.
Yes, sir.
The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care.
Nope.
Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers.
They have no experience in life.
They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all.
Right.
At all. Yeah. You know? And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on. The fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their ass.
For real.
Because the owners of this country know the truth.
What is it?
The American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Like that. That's real shit right there. I ain't hear no lies from my boy. Let's touch on it. Like it's so funny. Like you can see the people. Like people are really still in like a fucking bliss or like a fucking like in the Matrix, right? I'm not gonna call. I don't want to call it the Matrix because that's what it kind of seems like, right? It's like a simulation. Like all the shit that you see right there, this big American dream. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. We do live in one of the greatest countries in the world. But this shit ain't all the way right, Daddy. It's like, you know what I mean? You can drink the Kool-Aid. You can drink Kool-Aid, but it don't make it healthy for you, motherfucker. It ain't healthy for you at all. At all. That it tastes good, but it ain't. And now when you an adult, it shit don't even taste good. I don't even want that shit. Right? So I think that's what man, like the kind of like what the human brain is going through, or American brain is going through right now, or our spirit, or whatever, is that we gotta wake up, right? Of course, I always say, and this is the shit that you get, like you can actually read and watch documentaries on them telling you we bought the president, right? Like we sold the rights to China. We sold our shit to China before Mike Nixon. When he took us off the go, I tell people, look up Richard Nixon. He's one of the biggest crooks ever. You feel me? Fuck the Watergate. Spying on motherfuckers. That's what every president does. He fucked us when he sold that sold our labor to China, and he took us off the gold standards and sold our fucking ass to Saudi Arabia for oil. Like, I'm just being honest here. This is in books. These are like, you can go look this shit up. You can read and watch a documentary when they said it was a president. It was not a president, but it was a election coming up, and one of the peoples that were running for the presidency was gonna take down the billionaires, the rich people, the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, the fucking who else? The J.P. Morgans. And this is when they first start clicking up, because I tell people America was built like a rap beef battle. When rich billionaires was like, nah, fuck him, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back with this. I'm gonna try to buy some like Rockefeller and whoever Carnegie's mentor was. Carnegie was actually, if you know Carnegie, he was the one that basically built America, the structures of America. Most of our structures were used, it is U.S. Steel, which is owned by Carnegie, right? J.P. Morgan now. J.P. Morgan bought it from him. But anyway, it just shows you they was beefing. Like, they was like rap beef. And they only came together when this one politician was like, hey, yo, I don't think this is right. And he said, yo, who the fuck this nigga think he is? Who the fuck? And guess what they did, boy? They came together and bought the presidency. Like, they bought the White House right there. It's in the book. It's in a documentary. If you want a good documentary, go look up The Men Who Built America. Really good shit. Got the Vanderbilts in there. Got all, it's like a great gateway into learning some of this stuff right here, right? But you gotta know it because it's in books. They like to put their shit in books. Like, they're not crazy. But nobody wants to read the fucking books, and nobody wants to read it. You gotta believe it. And it makes you believe and have to look into other shit. And once you start looking into that shit, you kind of go kind of crazy a little bit, right? Because you like, whoa, this shit can't be real, but it's in the text. Nobody wrote them, but these is their books. But anyway, guys, I think that, like I said, it's time for us to wake up. He said this came out 9 years ago. I know this probably came way before that, and he's talking about pensions and stuff like that. That shit is dead. That shit is dead, man. I'm not. Yeah, it's good. Every generation of the next Americans are going to be taking care of the previous generation, the boomers, all that. Our generation, if we don't change, like, because this shit's going to get bad, worse and worse, and we're going to put more strain on the next generation until it fucking crumbles. Because that's what's going to happen now. Those pensions, those things, those boomers. Who's taking care of those fucking boomers now? Who the fuck you think? Where's the money? If the money's going there, where's the money for us? You get what I'm saying? Like, this shit is just a shit snowball that's just been growing and growing and growing. Now that shit is a fucking avalanche of shit. But anyway, guys, I won't get too morbid, too dark. You know, keep an open mind, like he said. It's a lot of shit. People gotta wake up. Hope you guys wake up. Hope you guys, if you're watching this, I know you're with the shits. Like, so. Because ain't nobody just not gonna watch this. You know what I mean? You gotta know George Carlin. He gonna talk his shit. That wasn't even no comedy. That was some spoken word shit. Right? He started spitting and preaching. I don't know what the fuck that was, but it was a good video. But anyway, guys, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button. Leave another recommendation. I like shit like this. Give me some more comedians or something like this. Somebody told me Tom McDonald once. Got into him. Dax got into him. So always leave recommendations. They're always appreciated. All right. Remember, keep an open mind. Keep it classy. Lord Crook out. Bang.